Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Behind the Curtain, week 15, 16. Yeah, it's a series where every week, kind of, I go ahead, talk about my week, and a running theme throughout it. I guess the first kind of big thing to bring up is, of course, I apologize for not doing one last week. Basically, last week, like, my family was kind of off on Friday, so I was spending the time with them, and I'm gonna be honest, because of like the nature of these sort of videos, I like kind of being on my own when I'm recording them, because my family tend to like earwig onto stuff I'm talking about, whatever, which I don't mind entirely, but there's some topics which, I obviously don't really want that happening, so yeah, I can't really record them when they're around, and I would spend that time doing other stuff, so the next best day I could have recorded was on the Monday, and to me it feels kind of counterintuitive to do something like that, because, I mean, the next video is going to be out on on a Friday anyway. It's only 4 days, so it doesn't really seem like much of a point to me. But yeah, also, if you wonder why I'm playing Island as the background gameplay, Hypixel is just broken. I'd already tried recording this video once, and Hypixel kicked me, so I gave up on that. But anyway, into this week / last week. You can probably tell by my voice, and if you've watched any of the streams recently, I'm ill still. I've been ill for like 2.5 weeks. No, I think it's like 3 weeks now. And I'm so sick and tired of it. I almost said chat. It is really, really frustrating, and that's kind of been the main dampener on all the recent weeks, really, for me. It's just so frustrating because it's not like an illness where I am like I don't have energy and stuff. It's just like I keep coughing, my voice is bad, and like my nose might be bad occasionally, and that's kind of the worst because obviously doing all the stuff that I do, my voice is very important. I stream, I make videos, and I guess more importantly is like, well, I guess not more importantly, but I also sing quite often. So all of those things very heavily depend on my voice existing. And yeah, it's not been doing that well recently, which is really frustrating. Especially because I think I talked about this last week. I'm not 100% sure, but if you guys have heard of Has Been Hotel, it's a really cool series that came out recently. There's a lot of music in it, and it's one of those things where like you want to sing all the music, right? And I can't because I've been ill the whole time, and I am so sick and tired of it. I don't know if I mentioned it last week, but I think I did. I was speaking to the person about my vocal range, whatever, and tried to sing a song, and I'm pretty sure I can sing Frank Sinatra's My Way, which is really cool because it's meant to be a really hard song to sing, an impressive song to sing. But I can't 100% tell because I've been ill still every time I've tried to sing it. So, yeah, I'm very sick and tired of being ill. That's the main kind of thing that's been going on over the last, like, 2 weeks of my life. If you're curious about job stuff, it's kind of been the same old, not really much new. Like, at all. I've just been continuously going to the meetings, nothing new really being said. I guess the one kind of passing thing that was said in regards to jobs was when I went to one of my meetings. They're trying to trap. One of the guys turned around to me and said, I say one of the guys, I mean the guy, turned around to me and said, oh my god, I hate my life. You're too good for this. Which I appreciate, because like the fact that I struggle a lot with worth and confidence, which is kind of the main topic we're going to talk about today, in like myself or like my ability and stuff. So hearing other people who don't know me very well kind of acknowledge that they can feel that they can see that, I really appreciate. So that's kind of one of the better things. Then the other main thing really that's happened in the past 2 weeks is events. Obviously, we had Minecraft Mania and Mayhem the week before, I believe, right? And they were both a lot of fun. Mania was a great time. We won it, and I really enjoy the Minecraft events I play. I was really excited for that team. I won't lie, I was a little bit upset that Cam couldn't make it. It wasn't his fault. I don't know if we did say on stream, but if you didn't see, his Wi-Fi was basically just dead, so he couldn't play, which is a shame because I would have loved to have played with him. But I was still happy we got Jack. Jack was somebody I'm good friends with, so I've not been able to team with yet. So well, until then. So yeah, I didn't mind getting Jack. Of course, like it wasn't like a. It was like what's the word I'm looking for? Like the best of a bad situation, maybe. So yeah, I appreciated the Jack sub. It was, a little bit of a buff, and I did kind of preface that and be like, hey, you sure this sub's fair? But they were like, yeah, sure. So we went for it. and we won. But to be fair, it wasn't like that convincing of a win. You know, we weren't that far ahead. But yeah, that was a great time. And of course, Mayhem. I'm pretty sure that's happened since the last one. So yeah, Mayhem was a lot of fun as well. Just kind of got mugged off at the end of the event, but it is what it is. You get upset for like the next couple of days afterwards, and when you get reminded of it, but then life goes on and you just keep moving. But yeah, then the other thing, I guess it's kind of a random topic to kind of bring up, but I've been playing through, I don't know about if you guys know that much, but I play through solo games from time to time. I recently-ish played through the Batman Arkham games, because I never really played through them when I was younger. And it's nice to kind of immerse yourself in a different world, and kind of, sometimes online stuff can be very demotivating and stressful, so sometimes it's nice to just sit back, play a solo game, enjoy just, like I say, immersing yourself into the world. So I do that quite a bit from time to time. And yeah, I've been playing the Batman Arkham games, but more specifically, in the last 2 weeks, I decided to play through God of War Ragnarok. And it's because my dad recommended it. I've never really played any of the God of War games. They've never really seemed to be my thing. But yeah, I went ahead and played through it, and it was a really good game. I've always kind of said the main three things for a game to be like fantastic is, you know, gameplay, story, and music, and the gameplay and story for God of War were great. I basically have this like notepad thing on my phone of, it's just called like my favorite games, or like just great games, and it's been added. It has been added onto that list. It's just a really good game. The character work in it is fantastic. The somehow cinematography is fantastic of a video game. They do that kind of modern thing of where a lot of the cutscenes are mocap, where actual actors have acted it out and stuff, and they actually like use camera work, and it's really interesting, really cool. The gameplay was great as well. Music wasn't fantastic, but it is what it is. It was really fun. A lot of really good kind of thematic questions and stuff. You know, like I often use media as like sources of inspiration and stuff. I should have killed that guy. I kind of threw that. So yeah, it's really nice to watch stuff like that. You know, kind of learning about vengeance. Is vengeance worth it? You know, are you always tied to your past? You know, will you always be the same sort of person? Can you ever actually truly change, etc.? All those fun little questions. So that's really fun to play through and enjoy as well. But we're going to kind of lead on to the topic, the kind of running theme of the last couple of weeks. And I guess it's kind of a running theme of my life, to be honest. It's just one that I don't think I've brought up yet on one of these videos. So I'll bring it up today. And it kind of came up a couple of days ago. I was just out, you know, doing my kind of weekly routines. And I went out somewhere, and where I normally just kind of go out, socialize, have a great time. And I was just kind of stood around for like 30 to 40 minutes on my own, felt like a loser. Nobody kind of came up to me, nobody kind of did any like social. It's kind of hard to keep it vague, but yeah, long story short, everybody was kind of just doing their own thing, and I was just kind of stood around like a lemon, and barely anybody kind of reached out and was like, hey, what are you doing right now? You want to like join us or whatever? And yeah, it brings up the good old thing, confidence, right? Like I kind of alluded to earlier, I've very much struggled with confidence for like my entire life, which hopefully surprises a lot of people, like kind of a lot of things I say on here, because I try my best to kind of, it's one of the biggest things I try and project confidence, you know, fake it till you make it, that sort of thing, because people like confident people. You know, you can trust more in a confident person, or you can confide more in a confident person. So yeah, naturally, people will just gravitate towards people who are more confident. So, yeah, I try my best to kind of come across that way, even though confidence is, like, one of the big things that I really do struggle with, for a variety of reasons. Like, I've kind of touched on, briefly, my past and friendships and kind of school and stuff like that, and how I've struggled with friends, and that very much kind of did a big knock-on effect to my confidence, and kind of ever since, I've always really struggled with it. And the reason why I bring it up this week is there's been a few things that have kind of revolved around confidence. A few conversations we've had that have been like, oh, you know, if you were more confident in doing this, then this would happen, etc. And I thought it was pretty relevant to bring up this week. Because the more you think about it, the more you realize confidence is a very, very important kind of like pillar of life. A lot of things revolve around your confidence. And it's a shame, because if you struggle with it because of, you know, past things that have happened to you or whatever, it's one of those things that's really hard to gain back. For the longest time, I've kind of tried working out and trying to find what there is out there to try and increase confidence. And it's one of those things that you just kind of can't really find from what I can tell. It's just kind of with time, you know, you'll get confidence in certain things. But the thing about confidence is, especially when you don't have a lot, you can kind of build yourself up for stuff. And then if, like, you start becoming more confident in something, and then all of a sudden that thing kind of turns around and kind of crushes you, you, like, end up even worse than when you started off. So, like, a big thing for me, obviously, I mentioned, like, friendships, which is a thing I've struggled with a lot, just because I've been used to kind of having bad relationships with people. The thing about confidence is, especially with friendships, you know, you can build up confidence like speaking to a person and feeling like safe with a person and being able to confide in them about, you know, sort of any kind of topic. But then that can very easily kind of destroy you if, like, one day they kind of turn around and be like, you know what, I'm not feeling this right now, or hey, could you just not right now? And that's kind of one of the things which I feel like has kind of ruined my confidence the most. And as such, it makes me struggle a lot, kind of like... Wait, I recognize this IGN. Why do I recognize the IGN? Oh, anyway. It's one of the things I kind of struggle with the most. And... yeah, it's an issue that I'm curious what your guys' thoughts and feelings on it are. Because, like I say, it's one of those things where there's kind of no answer to it, it feels like to me. And I'm very curious if you guys have similar experiences, and if you guys have any thoughts or ways that you kind of got around it. Because, like I say, confidence is a lot of other stuff. So, the other big point that's brought up this week, I was speaking to, like, Radoons and people about kind of content creation and stuff like that, and he brought up how a lot of content creation is you just kind of gotta reach out to people and take a chance and stuff like that, which is a very common thing that I've heard. You know, you gotta take a chance to... you know, maybe message a content creator, you know, reach out asking to be in an event, reach out asking to be in a Minecraft SMP, you know, so that sort of stuff. And that requires a lot of confidence. You know, even creating, like, videos to a degree requires a lot of confidence, because you have to have enough confidence in the idea and the thing that you're doing. You know, there's been a lot of ideas where I felt not confident enough in them, and then I've just not made them. Like, I keep spitballing this idea of, you know, the lads rate themselves, or YouTubers rate themselves, or viewers rate YouTubers, you know, that sort of thing, like the Sandman videos. But, first of all, that concept is one that can destroy confidence, and second of all, I don't have enough confidence in that idea. And, I don't know, I feel like a lot of times in my life, I feel this confidence thing is a big factor to why I kind of like feel like I'm one step behind sometimes in a lot of things. And for the most part, I do feel much like happier and not confident. I was about to say confident, but that's not true. Happier in myself and like mentally, I feel like I'm doing really well now and stuff like that. And I've kind of helped myself process and get past a lot of tough stuff in the past years and whatever. And for the, like, I am very happy with who I am and a lot of my, like, core things. And I wouldn't, like, go back and change anything that has happened to me, because then I wouldn't be at the exact point I'm at, you know, where I am happy with myself. The only issue is confidence. And yeah, I don't know how to build it, because I feel like I'm like, you know, with people, I'll be close to somebody, and it's always kind of like in my mind, you know, that thought of like, what if, you know, they ignore me? What if they kind of shut me out? You know, like it has happened in the past. And how will that kind of like, how will I cope with that sort of thing? And, you know, how my confidence kind of, how will I move on? And, you know, will that just destroy my confidence again? And I'll be back to even worse than I started again, you know? So confidence is a really interesting thing, and I'm curious what your guys' thoughts on it are. And it's kind of ironic, I guess, because I come from, like, performing, like, in, like, shows, backgrounds, so you would think confidence is a big thing, right? Like I say, a lot of people, like my family, I'll mention occasionally maybe that I like, oh, I struggle because of confidence and a thing, and they'll be like, what? You don't struggle with confidence. It's like, yes, I do, but I'm glad that you can't tell. Yeah, it's a really interesting topic, because, you know, when I went back to doing a show, I was like shaking during the audition and stuff like that, and I don't think it came across that way, but it's a thing I often struggle with quite a bit. So yeah, I'm hoping that maybe oh no, I'm hoping that maybe this is a thing that, you know, I can sort, maybe find a way around. A lot of people have kind of mentioned that you kind of build confidence with like jobs and stuff, which is I can see happening eventually when I do get a job, but we'll kind of see where it goes. But I think that's kind of where I'm gonna end off today. I know not too much like kind of like last week, but kind of a vague topic of confidence, you know, the fact that it kind of is a part of every kind of element of life. And what your thoughts on, do you struggle with confidence? Are you really good with confidence? Why do you think that is? You know, has there been anything you've done that's kind of really improved it? Anything that's made it worse? You know, all your thoughts on that stuff, and how has your guys' weeks been? But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and hopefully I'll see you guys next week's video, and also Blood Wars Origins on the 9th of March. So yeah, thank you guys for coming out. I'll see you all in the next one. Goodbye.